It's about to start recording. Here we go. We did not finish yesterday's lesson, Monday's lesson. There is like one problem left of it. So what we're going to do is finish the last problem. It's all on the calculator. So it's not difficult. And then we'll do quiz review. So let's do that last problem. This one is different because, let me go back. Let's do a quick review. Say that I have this right triangle. Y'all make sure you're listening. And I know that this is 64 degrees. This is X. And this is 7. Okay? I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA to find out what the side length is. That's what we've been looking for, all like with Pythagorean theorem and this side length. So do I use sine, cosine, or tangent? So I'm looking at the opposite and the adjacent. So it's tangent. So the tangent of 64, that's where your degree goes, equals opposite over adjacent. And remember, we either multiply to solve it or we switch and divide. Okay, in this case, what do I do to solve for X? Multiply by 7. Multiply by 7. And then that's all in my calculator. So I would type in 7 tangent 64. Look, it's still going strong, Julia Grace. I hadn't charged it yet. And so, 14.4. I'm just going to round.
Do you have to put the parenthesis behind 64?
I don't think so. If it's at the end like that, I don't think that'll matter.
Because I got the same.
Yeah, I just always close my parentheses. It's like, since they were open, I just felt the need to close it. Okay. That's what we did Monday. That's what you've done, I think, in Miss Bradley's class, if y'all have her, boys. Now, today, the last little thing is this right triangle here. And I know this is 6 and this is 10. And I don't know why they give me these letters, but these are the letters they give me. Okay, they want me to find angle X. Okay, what's the difference here? All the other problems I've been looking for the side length. Now they want me to find an angle. So let's just start at angle X. They said, okay, what is angle X? I'm going to find it. What two things do I know? I know the opposite and the what? The opposite and the hypotenuse. What do I use for opposite and hypotenuse? Sine. So I'm going to say the sine of X equals 6 over 10. So everybody look at that for a second and make sure you understand. If you don't, you're looking for X, and what two things they gave you? Opposite over hypotenuse. So I wrote that. This is what I'm looking for. Now, how do we solve for X? Well, you can't just move a sine function. Like I can't divide by sine. That doesn't make sense. There's a button in your calculator. In order to move that sine function, I have to take the inverse of it. So watch this just a second. If I take the inverse of this side, what do I have to do on this side? And I know that might not make sense. What in the world is she even saying? I would take the inverse of this side. It's like the opposite. So what would make sine cancel out if I do it on this side? And that's a button on your calculator. Okay? It's the inverse. It's like taking the opposite. So watch. Where's the sine inverse button? Everybody look at the sine button. What is right above it? The inverse. That's what to the -1 means. It means it's the inverse. Do y'all remember when you had negative exponents and you flipped it and put it in the denominator? That's, what do we have right here? A negative exponent. So it's basically like flipping it. Okay? So you would press second sine 6 over 10. And that's going to tell you your angle. 36.9 or no, they want us to round to the whole number. So that would be 37. X is 37 degrees. Now, let me say this. Anytime you're looking for an angle, you're going to use the inverse button. Okay? Whether it's sine inverse, cosine inverse, or tangent inverse?
Completely different answer.
Let me see your calculator. What mode are you in? Did you ever change your mode? So watch. We're dealing with degrees. So if you press mode, you're in radians. You need to be in degree. Now, let's go back up to this. And that's the right answer. So you do sine inverse, the inverse sine of 6 over 10.
-1 every time?
That button, if you press second sine, it's going to give you that inverse button.
Second time.
And then enter in your numbers.
So it's
And it'll-
6 over 10.
Yep, and then it'll tell you your degree. Let's do a few more of those.
Oh.
Okay, anytime you're looking for degree, that's what you have to do. So on this one, let's find, how about angle X again? So again on this one, is it sine, cosine, or tangent? Oh wait, they wanted me to find angle N. Angle N. Let's find angle N. So what do I use for this one?
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
It's adjacent and hypotenuse. What is that? Cosine of N. I don't even know what N is. Adjacent is 15. Hypotenuse is 20. Now, anytime you're looking for the angle, what button do you have to press?
-1.
The one with the -1. Very good. So it's cosine inverse of 15 over 20. That's the only way to move the cosine to solve for N. You must do the inverse button. So
41.4.
it is 41.4, but they just round to 41. It's 41 degrees. Okay?
I'm so confused between if it's a sine, cosine, or tangent.
Yeah, we're about to go over the quiz. That's the last thing that could be on there.
It's not on the quiz.
Huh?
This is not the quiz.
This is not the quiz.
That might be
I don't even know what's on there yet. I'm about to take it and see what's on your quiz. Okay? So, and look, if these are on there, we'll go over them some more. That's all we're going to do the rest of class is just go over what's on the quiz.
You don't have a paper?
I can print y'all one in a little bit if y'all want. Not that you have to turn in. That's what I did for Algebra 1. I gave them,
Does everybody have a quiz form? You put that into your calculator?
Algebra 1.
Cosine.
Has-
-1.
Algebra 2, no, they have a test, but it's moved to Friday. I'm trying to think if we're going to be ready for this tomorrow.
You are. You're so smart.
Think you passed ICE?
No, I probably got 15 minutes.
Taylor, what'd you get? 19?
You guys, that was your second,
That was the third time.
that was the second time you took it though.
No,
The last time.
We'll see. Okay, let's start going over this.
That's what I said.
Where's my quiz review?
It's ready. I finished early to sleep.
How'd you finish that? I don't understand.
I didn't make sure.
Because if I didn't know the question, like even after I read it, I guessed it and skipped it.
Dang,
Oh, you do have it.
I was staring at it.
Here it is.
I did the first two. I can do the first two like sections. And
When
then
with the
after,
paragraphs, I was like, nope.
I actually guessed all of
So anytime you want to get these different colors.
Okay, here we go. Quiz review. Number 1. All right, number 1, it says, you know that the two sides of this triangle are 6 and 8. How do you find the hypotenuse? This goes back to the first lesson. We've done 3 lessons. Very good. It's a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
36 plus 6.
So I'm going to write those down. I'll give y'all one second. Y'all just take notes for a second. So, how do you know it's A?
Because I did it.
60.
It's a 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I didn't do that.
So it's 3, 4, and 5. Multiply all by
I just
2.
didn't.
6, 8, 10. Anyway, we're going to do this though. A squared is 6. B squared is 8. I don't know my hypotenuse. What is 6 squared?
36.
What is 8 squared? What do those add to?
100.
Okay, now here's the thing. A lot of people try to put 100 as their answer. C squared is 100. I'm not looking for C squared. What am I looking for?
C squared.
C. Do the square root. That's right. So the square root of 100 is 10. That's the first question on your quiz. Okay, how do we feel about that? Easy? Okay. The next one deals with the same thing. It's still the Pythagorean theorem. The next one wants to know, they give you a triangle. And they say, hey, the side lengths, they don't say but they say the side lengths are 3, 4, and 5. Is that a Pythagorean triple? Well, we already know that is. But let's pretend that we didn't. Okay? All you have to do to check, they'll give you 3 numbers. So take your 2 smaller numbers, which are 3 and 4. So I'm going to do 3 squared and 4 squared. Does it equal 5 squared? If it does, then it's a Pythagorean triple.
20 square root times so 5.
9 and 16, does that add to 25?
Yes.
Yes. So it is a Pythagorean triple. Now 2 of these answers say yes. And it's because they're all whole numbers. That's why it's a Pythagorean triple. We don't get a decimal either, so it's C. That's what a Pythagorean triple means. That the A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and they're all whole numbers.
So why isn't B it?
It says they form a right triangle. Well, I can have decimals that form a right triangle. But a Pythagorean triple, every time is whole numbers.
Okay.
That's why they have, it's a special name, a Pythagorean triple.
How many questions is there?
Well, there's 15 on the review. I think there's like 10 on the quiz, maybe. Yeah. I'm not really 100% sure. How many are on the quiz? It says 10. Okay. Is everybody good so far?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next one,
Oh, that's not bad.
number 3. I think 3 and 4 are both on there. So this one, it says find the length of the missing side. Still Pythagorean theorem. The entire first page is Pythagorean theorem. Nice. Okay. Just using the same thing. So I'm going to say A squared plus B squared, I'm missing a side, equals C squared. So let me write that. A squared plus, I don't know that, B squared equals C squared. So what is 10 squared? Okay, and B squared, and what's 13 squared?
200.
I think that's it.
It'd be 69.
Subtract 100,
The square root.
find the square root. Can't take the square root of that.
So it's 69. Oh, it's not.
So it's just A.
So is there gonna have questions on there where it wants you to simplify it all the way out?
It'll probably be very similar to this one.
So it's not gonna want you to like.
Well, I don't know, like on the next page, they may have one where we have to do the square root thing. I'm trying not to put just too much on there.
Okay.
Okay? Because we also have, I had to take it down for yesterday, but the 45, 45 and 30, 60, 90s,
Oh.
like that's on there too. So there's enough difficult stuff. Okay, a triangle has these 3 side lengths. Is it a right triangle? So let me just plug them in. A squared plus B squared, see if it equals C squared. 27 and 79, those are my A and B, because they're smaller. Does this equal?
No.
Okay, what do we get on this side? What I would just type in my calculator, watch.
69, 70.
27 squared plus 79 squared. Okay, so I'm going to write that on this side. And then on the right side, I would type in 84 squared. And do they equal?
No.
They don't. That gets 7,056. So is that a right triangle? No. Now notice 2 answers say no. This answer shows that they are equal. This answer says it's no because they don't equal.
That
So
little
it's
line
D.
through it doesn't mean
It means not equal to. That means not equal.
Okay.
So they weren't equal, right? So that's why it's D. Does everybody understand that? Don't get confused on that. Don't miss it because you didn't know that symbol. Okay, that's the first page. Now we look at number 5. Let me see what time it is. 9:21?
Yeah, 21.
Okay. Number 5, it says find the length of the hypotenuse. Okay, this is where we have 45, 45, 90. Let me write these on the board. Y'all, don't forget to take your art today, if you have not already.
You wanna take our art?
Okay, a 45, 45, 90.
Man, it's my
No,
second
go to
art.
Jennifer Force.
Put most of
It
mine down.
does not matter.
It's
They all equal the same.
Shut up.
Okay. This one, its hypotenuse equals, oh my gosh, I've already forgotten. Like square root of 2?
I think so.
Yes, thank you. My 30, 60, 90.
Oh, it's the square root of 3.
This one has a square root of 3 because it has the 30. That's how I remember this one. But its hypotenuse equals 2s. And then it's my leg is s square root of 3. I hope.
So is it long leg, what it means?
This is long leg, short leg.
You showing me?
That's leg. Because there's no long leg,
Just
short leg.
leg.
Because this is same leg. They're the same leg. Because of that right there. So that's just a leg. This is long, short.
I bet I'll take that.
Okay? I'm hoping that it's correct formulas. Okay, now let's go over here to this. So it's a 45, 45, 90. So what I would do is I would write down my formula. Equals L square root of 2. Shh, boys, don't listen. What is the leg that they gave me?
3 square root of 2.
So I'm going to write that down.
Are you gonna leave that up there, dear?
Yes.
Thank God.
3 square root of 2 times the square root of 2.
So
Oh.
3 square root of 2.
Well, what's the square root of 2 times the square root of 2?
Wait, why are you doing?
2 of them. Well, because my formula has a square root of 2 in there. My leg also has a square root of 2 in there. So I have to put both of them. And you can even type all that in your calculator. And it would give you 6. So that is what answer B. So 5 is B. Okay, how was that one?
Not so.
Not too bad? Okay. All right. The next one is also a 45, 45, 90. Okay, so let's do another one of those. Okay. So number 6. Y'all, I'm undecided if your quiz is tomorrow or Friday.
Let's do Friday.
I'm considering making another copy of this and letting you pretend it's your quiz tomorrow
Please do.
and see what you get on it. Like go through it and see what you get on it. And I could put that in a grade, but not as a quiz.
Right.
I could still put it as like a worksheet grade. So you could pretend you're taking your quiz tomorrow and see what you would have gotten on it. Then Friday, it'll be just like it, and you'll have your for real quiz. Does that?
Yeah.
I want good grades. That'll be right before report cards. So your quiz would be Friday. If that, I told y'all Thursday. If that messes anybody up,
No, it doesn't.
then on Thursday you can take your quiz like 4th hour, or 5th hour, or 6th hour, or something. Okay, if you are like ready for it. All right, because I told you that. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, we're still reviewing for tomorrow's review. Get off your phones, boys. So, if this is a 45, 45, 90, if this leg is 8, guess what that leg is? 8. Because my formula up there, there's only one leg, okay, on the 45, 45, 90. So I can already tell that it's this, but we're going to make sure. Okay, we're going to find the hypotenuse. How do I find the hypotenuse? Yeah, I plug in my leg times the square root of 2. Well, notice they have decimals. So what would I do with that? I would just type in my calculator 8 square root of 2, and what is it?
11.3.
So that is the correct answer, okay? So probably one of those, either 5 or 6, would be on there. I'll tell y'all tomorrow, okay? I don't want to rush this. We're in no hurry. We've still got, like 8 weeks of school left.
For this chapter.
And this is, well, we'll do part of the next chapter. We won't,
So
we
is
never
8
finish
weeks like
it.
not counting spring break either?
That does not count spring break.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I thought it was 9 weeks, but it's only 8.
I thought it was
Schools in YouTube.
Okay, number 7, it's what, ending too fast?
I want a chicken.
Summer's not the worst.
This year's flown by.
It has. It has. I agree. Okay, 30, 60, 90. 30, 60, 90. So I'm going to write down my two formulas for the 30, 60, 90. That's the first thing I suggest doing on your paper.
Tell her if you don't move your fat head, I swear
Hey,
to God.
shh, y'all be nice. Okay, now, on this one, if I have the hypotenuse,
No way.
well, and I have the short leg. Does everybody see that? So do I even need to use that formula? I have both of those things. If I use the formula, it's 10 equals 2 times 5. Duh, it does. Okay? So there's no need in even using that formula. What am I looking for?
Long leg.
The long leg, boys. L. So
I need Emma Giddings to check out. Emma Giddings.
So it's the short leg. I'm recording, Emma, and then you're not here tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
So on Friday, I'm trying to think. Like if you need that sheet, I don't have a copy.
If she's not gonna be here, we gotta take a quiz Friday.
We are taking Friday, Tanner. Where have you been? We just had a whole discussion about
Never
that.
mind, never mind.
We just had a whole discussion. Okay. Anyway,
I can figure it out. We can work it out Friday when I get back. Cause I should be ready for it. I'll review this and.
yeah, and then tomorrow if I pick up and review with them too, then I'll
Just a
record
practice
that.
quiz to see.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Now listen. Shh. Help to listen. You know what's going on. Now, our short leg times the square root of 3. What's the short leg?
Short leg is 5.
5 square root of 3. And so look, I don't have decimal answers, so it's A. Okay?
Thank you to me.
Are we good with that? All right. Let me erase that. Number 8. I'm going through this pretty quick. Okay, number 8, I have to find the short leg and the long leg. Okay, boys? So I'm going to write down, and then I'm going to switch all seats around. No! They still don't even know.
They shut your
They
lips.
still don't even have a clue.
I'm talking.
Okay.
I heard.
Oh my god. Okay. So on this one, I have hypotenuse. What's the hypotenuse? It's a little blurry. It's 16 square root of 3.
16 square root of 3.
And I have 2 times, I'm just going to leave it as the short leg. But yeah, you could have put the y there. How do I solve for my short leg?
You divide by 2.
Divide by 2.
It's short leg wide.
Yes, it is. So it's 8 square root of 3. How do we know that it's y? Because that's the one that's across from the 30. And it does look shorter, but it's because it's across from the 30. So it's 8 square root of 3. Oh, is this the one? Well, this one does have an answer. On the last time we did this sheet, remember it didn't work. Like it wasn't the right answer. Now, how do we find the long leg? Well, the long leg is that short leg times the square root of 3. Notice it's written twice. That's okay. You got that now? Because I wrote that and it has a square root of 3. Which becomes 8 times 3,
One of these is on the ACT
which is 24.
for me.
What'd you have, G?
I had the worst math ever.
I didn't even try on that.
It was the square root of 3 thing too, so I knew it was 3.
There was some talk about this.
There was a few proportions that I knew, and then there was like a 10, but I didn't know how to do it because the question was weird.
What's a directional?
334. G
Can I have your attention,
24.
please? Teachers at this time,
There.
please
This is all
dismiss the
34.
tennis team. All tennis members are dismissed.
What's
Oh, or
I think I need like new context.
Oh, I don't know, but I know it was on Friday.
No, she was working.
Okay. I think I would need more information. Sorry, I'm no help on that. Okay. Number 9, huh? Maybe at the end of class. What time is it?
30.
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great. Okay, let's try and get through this so that we'll have the whole quiz on there. Okay, y'all. Oh no, I'm looking for my angle. What did we learn today? If you're looking for your angle, what button do you press?
So 10 minus.
So what you're gonna do is, this is the angle I'm looking for. So over here, I would press that button. Like it's basically moving your tangent over there. The only way to move it over there is to use the inverse of it.
So Tam,
Wait a minute, that's-
what equals 65?
Times 60.
It's
It's 89.
89.12. That's
Yeah.
answer D. Yep, that's answer D.
Wait,
So that's
how did you just do that? What did
okay.
you do?
So if you are looking, pretend there's an X here. Okay, we're looking for X. That means you have to move your tangent. The only way to move a trig function is to inverse it. So I move it by putting tan inverse over here. It's just a calculator.
So is there a way to do it without the calculator?
No.
It's B.
So how'd they figure it out without a calculator?
They're just.
I mean, they probably used, if it was a fraction and they used proportions,
No.
I mean, maybe, anyway, I don't know.
How you come up
I
with
think we
that
need to look at
first
the video.
How do you come, I didn't come up with, I don't know.
one? Is there
I think they had like a plague and people were like stuck in their rooms and so
Huh?
they just did math. Because there was no TV, there was no internet, so they read and researched and
They had
learned.
no calculator.
And they couldn't be around other people or they died.
Probably
Who are you talking
like
about?
People in like, I don't know,
How'd they figure out pi?
before Jesus.
Second, 10
COVID years?
to the negative 9.
They had like real
65.
plagues. We had fake ones. Okay.
The-
Alright. Number 10 is the same thing. Y'all try number 10 and see if you get it. Okay? Carden, try number 10. It's just like number 9. How do you move a cosine function to solve for x?
-1.
You got B.
You would do cosine inverse and type that in.
It's B.
No, Tyler, it's really.
It is B. It is B.
Good job.
Okay, that's what we learned today, although they made them a little bit easier. Okay, these are a little bit easier than the ones that we did.
Hey, Dr. Ryan said it looks good and he approved it.
He already approved it. Yes, okay. So when Miss Christie gets back, I'll have her make the tickets, and then I will talk to a few parents and get them to start buying stuff.
Do we have shot glasses on here?
I did not have shot glasses on there. I would not, y'all do not buy shot glasses. It's not,
Everybody's gonna.
You can throw them away or give them up to somebody.
don't waste your money on that.
Hey, you get the really nice ones. You only get like
You know, Miss
two.
Casey, man.
No, don't waste your money on that. Don't y'all, I'm not putting that in there.
Miss Casey, don't you have some in your house?
Shot glasses? No, my kids, when they were really little, some of them would think, you know, when you go to the beach, and they'd be like, look at these cute little cups, and every year we'd go home with,
I mean, that's
those
what
are
sells
cups.
the most.
Cups is what we call them. And they drink out of them.
Pictures, they were selling liquor.
You know, I mean, that's America.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think every kid does that. I think
And
I
actually, we could speak.
Okay, let's look at sine and cosine. Okay, it says,
What
what
number
is, this is number,
11.
I don't know. This, oh, it's number 11. What is the sine of x? They just want the ratio. They don't want us to figure anything out. So if I start at x, shh, boys, are we talking way too much? Sine is what? Opposite?
Over Chase.
Oh, sine
No,
is opposite over
Hypotenuse.
hypotenuse. So it's the square root of 119
You don't have to go there, Tracy.
over 12. That's my sine. What is my cosine of x? The same letter.
Oh, what's this other
Cosine.
memorized?
Huh?
What's this other, like these memorized?
Yeah, you really need these memorized. SOHCAHTOA. Cosine is what? What's cosine? Adjacent
Over high.
over hypotenuse. That's 5 over 12. So what's your answer on that one?
You didn't have to do good.
0.4.
Oh wait, you don't know. You should just leave them that way. It just wants a ratio. That means it wants it written as a fraction. I will write this on the board for tomorrow,
You didn't have to do C.
but I won't have SOHCAHTOA on
On the
there
test?
on the quiz. No,
You won't?
no, but I'll have the other. SOHCAHTOA, y'all need to know. Just as soon as you get your paper, write that down.
Casey, where's the sign go?
Oh, they're right here. I couldn't have them up for ACT. That's why all the formulas were erased.
Wait, so,
You mean
I have
that?
a question. Per se, we were to get all the ACTs,
What, which one was it?
everybody get in a room, and year
Hey.
by year, we give, oh, yeah, never mind.
Hold on.
I forgot your question.
Okay, because all right, this one, same exact thing. It's wanting the tangent of P and then the tangent of Q. So let me write them both down. So let's start at P. P is okay right here.
Wait, let
So
me try and
what's
say it.
the tangent?
Adjacent.
Nope.
The opposite.
Opposite over.
Hypotenuse.
Nope. That's
Nope. Oh my god.
opposite over adjacent. Y'all, shh. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, which is what?
16 or 12.
16 over 12 from P. Now try this one, Gracie. From Q, the tangent of Q. Opposite over,
16.
there you go. That's the tangent of Q. So then you would pick your answer, whichever one. Is it C? Yeah, it's C. Okay? That's number 12. Can I erase that? How's my time, y'all? I know y'all are 38.
That's the easiest thing I heard.
That was the easiest thing on there? Okay, then I have, I'm not going to finish them all, but I'll be close. It says use a trig ratio to find x. Shh. So if I start at 40 degrees, all right, am I going to use sine, cosine, or tangent? Boys, y'all pay attention. Your quiz is soon. So it's opposite and adjacent. That's what? Tangent. So what's opposite? 4 over what was adjacent? X. Now remember, to solve for x, we either multiply or we switch and divide. So you're right, Elena, we're going to switch them. And now I can type that in my calculator.
4
divided by tangent of 40.
Oh, that's right.
What do you get?
You got 4.7.
I got point.
4.8.
Yeah, it should round to 4.8, so you should get B.
Alright, explain to me how you got tangent again.
So then he knew it was opposite and adjacent. So you had to look over there, is that sine, cosine, or tangent? Which letter has opposite and adjacent? T, for tangent.
Oh, I get it now.
Good. You still getting something wrong? Did you type in 4 divided by tangent of 40?
Divided by tan of 40. Okay, I didn't put tan in.
Oh, yeah. 4 divided by tangent 40. All right, let's look at the next one. We may finish. Number 14 is this sine, cosine, tangent. Gracie, so try this one. We have opposite and adjacent. So which one is it? Opposite and adjacent. Tangent. So it's the tangent of 30 degrees. Did you really get it or were you just talking?
No, I got it.
Okay, so it's opposite over adjacent.
So 30.
Now
divided
this time, how do I solve for x?
10
by
over 10.
Multiply by 10.
So 10.
So type that in.
10
10 times the tangent of 30 and you get
times 10.
5.8. That's correct. Okay. Then the last one, do I have a minute, y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay, then we'll just go with it. All right, let's try. Is it sine, cosine, or tangent? So I have not opposite. I have what?
Adjacent.
Hypotenuse
Adjacent.
and adjacent. Which one has adjacent and hypotenuse?
Come on,
Cosine. So the cosine of 36 equals x over 10. How do you solve for x?
10.
Multiply by 10. And that's going to give you your answer. Y'all got this.
You get 8.
You do. You get B, 8.1 or whatever. Now listen. Oh, it got 8 or 8 point? Okay. Listen. Tomorrow is your review. Friday is your quiz. Yay, you got to throw it.